Hello and welcome to PMCLounge.com. This is Lounge Fever, a series of videos where we try to answer the questions that we receive from our community. And the question that we are addressing today is who approves changes in Scrum? As you can see, the person has a pile of changes and he wants to understand who is going to approve them. Now, I'd like to remind you before we move further, we've answered a lot of your questions, your FAQs, and the first link in the description is going to be that entire playlist of all your questions related to Agile and Scrum answered by us. And second link, if you don't have any questions and you just want to prepare for your PMP exam, the agile or a hybrid part of your PMP exam, as well as your PMI-ACP exam, then second and third link respectively are the playlists that you should check out. Let's get started. Please do hit the like button. That seems to be the only way YouTube is going to let you know every time we upload new content. So we all know that Scrum, Agile, they are very welcoming of changes. Changes are not frowned upon when you're working in such environments. But the fact remains that there is no change advisory board, which is basically a group of people that advise the project team on changes. There is no change control board, which is again a group of people that approves or rejects those changes. And a change manager, a person specifically responsible for managing changes. So there is no such role in Scrum. Also, there is no change management process either in Scrum. So all of this does not exist when it comes to Scrum. In fact, if you want to know more about change management, because if you're preparing for your PMP exam, you have to understand the traditional waterfall way of managing projects as well. So if you want to understand more about change management process, which will be applicable to that part, then of course, fourth link in the description, check that playlist out. So if you're wondering how come changes are managed because there are no roles related to changes and there's no change management process as well in Scrum, that's where we enter the product owner. Product owner has the authority to accept items in the sprint backlog as done or not done. Now, although this is one liner that explains the job role of the product owner. Of course, there is a lot more that the product owner is responsible for, but this is also one of product owner's responsibility. He has the authority to accept the items that the team has worked on, which were part of the sprint backlog, of course, as done or not done. So if there's a change in any of the sprint backlog item, that change has to be approved by the product owner, because ultimately the product owner is the one who is going to approve or accept that sprint backlog item with the change as well. So if there's a sprint backlog item named A and there's a change request which makes it A dash, then of course the product owner has to approve of this dash, and that's when he will approve or accept the changed sprint backlog item A dash. So that is why product owner has to be aware and has to approve the changes. There's another thing that the product owner does, which is he or she ensures that the team delivers most value possible and they do it early and continuously. Now, if there is a sprint backlog item again, A, and the product owner thinks, or let's say someone else from the Scrum team thinks that to deliver most value possible, there has to be a change in this sprint backlog item and it should be A dash. Then of course, the product owner need to ensure that the team is delivering most value possible, and that is why the product owner is going to approve of this change as well. So when product owner is doing all this, product owner is inherently managing changes. And I tend to think that product owner is more of a sponsor as well when it comes to Scrum teams. So that is why product owner is a key person when it comes to approving changes, managing changes, not entirely managing changes, but definitely approving changes as far as Scrum is concerned. If you're looking to solve some practice questions for your PMP exam, head over to pmclounge.com/PMP practice questions. Everything's absolutely free. Question for this video before I let you go: what is the one thing you wish your product owner did more often? Now, of course, there are no right or wrong answers here. You as a Scrum Master, what do you think that your product owner should do more often? Let me know in the comments. Definitely looking forward to your answers. And that's all that we had in this video. I hope you got value out of it, and I hope you were able to understand how changes are managed in a Scrum environment. If you have any questions for us, drop them in the comments. We'll definitely get back to you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And if you like our work, consider contributing to us over at pmclounge.com/contribute. Thank you.